Hi there.
Hi.
So you have a lovely beagle, and you've had him for 7 years, you said. Do you love animals?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you heard about racism?
Yep.
Yeah, what exactly is racism?
It's discrimination towards any particular race.
Yeah. What is
Base.
casteism?
It's again discrimination.
Discrimination based on somebody's
Caste.
caste? Sexism?
Gender.
Yeah. What do you think speciesism is?
I don't know. Discrimination towards species.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So it's discrimination against a particular species because of the fact that they belong to that species.
Yeah.
Now, you said you're non-vegetarians, right? But you love dogs.
Yes.
And tell me, would you harm an animal intentionally yourself?
No. No.
You wouldn't, right? You love animals, right? But when you eat chickens, don't you think we are harming them? You're taking away their lives, right? You're paying somebody to do it.
Right, but I
So
think
do
that
you
that is
know?
again a personal choice, because if you travel across the world, you will see that there are
Yes,
people with different cultures. There are some people who
exactly.
don't really like, who might love dogs, but it is within their culture and within their rights to have dogs, and they do that. And
They
there are a lot
eat
of people,
dogs,
there are a lot
right?
of people who have an issue with it, and it's not that I endorse it, but again, it's their
Yeah.
culture, and you can't really say that,
Okay.
you know.
So do you think sati was okay? It was our culture, right?
Sati was something that was impractical, because you were,
But it
again,
was our culture, right?
but it was the culture, but the problem with that is again that sati was a
So,
woman's right, a human being,
uh-huh.
and even though you could say that animals are the same as human beings, at the end of the day, we still have to look at how we evolutionarized as human beings, and how this world has been, who has dominated the world over the past few years, and over the past few generations, you could say, and how it's going to be. Given that consideration, you can say that the right of a woman was being neglected at that point. Being able to tell her to die because her husband died
Being,
was something
yeah,
that,
she was forced to die,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So don't you think we are ignoring the rights of animals now?
No. There
I
are
don't think
plenty
so.
places where animals are well looked after. Whereas I do disagree that animals, like where they're tortured like crazy and they're filled into shelters and all. I like don't agree. I don't agree with the way they store the chickens right before they kill them, like in those weird cage, disgusting things.
But where do you
But
get your chicken from then?
I do get my chicken from there, but that I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I
You
don't
never
agree.
thought about it?
We have whoever our vendor is, at least for us, we ensure that the way that the chicken or whatever is bred, it isn't something that's very um, torturous. We do agree that, you know,
So does that give us a moral justification to take away that chicken's life?
well, then
That
you
that
could say
was
that
just
about
plants as
wait,
well,
so
right?
speciesism
Okay, let
can't
me
be
We are
applicable
going
to
through
plants.
one
a lot
moment,
of
one moment. So
problems.
so let me get back to the fact that you wouldn't hurt an animal intentionally,
But
right?
you would hurt a plant intentionally.
No, 1 minute, 1 minute. So why is it that we do this? You said you wouldn't. See, you are wonderful people. You are kind people. Yeah, you wouldn't hurt an animal. Yeah, you are compassionate in heart, and in your thoughts, you're compassionate. But yet we do this. Have you ever wondered why? You gave me the answer actually.
Right.
Because everybody else is doing it.
Not because
It's my
everyone.
choice of.
Were you born in a vegetarian family?
No, we were not.
There. So we were born
I
into a
refuse to
system.
blame my family or the generations before me for this. It's my own choice. If I was born in a vegetarian family and I
Okay.
tasted non-veg, see, I have been to a vegetarian's house, and she was advised to eat non-veg because of her medical condition. She
What
was
medical
advised.
condition
She
was
had
it?
she had arthritis, and it was very bad. It was very bad, and her own Ayurvedic doctor prescribed that, okay, fine, don't eat the meat, but at least have the broth because it is required at some point for you.
Okay. So have you
And
heard
she
about?
refused to do it, and he was like, fine, then die in peace.
Okay.
So she rather, I mean, if you would rather choose death over something like that, I I kind of find you stupid. Sorry.
Yeah, so do you know that arthritis can be reversed on a whole food plant-based diet?
I would listen
Have you
to
heard
that.
about
I
whole
would
food
listen to that from a doctor.
Yeah,
A certified doctor, not from someone else.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes, Dr. Nandita Shah.
No, a certified doctor.
Yeah,
I don't know
she's
who
a
she is.
doctor.
So my doctor. If my doctor tells me, then yeah, okay.
Okay. So do you think they have been taught nutrition? Do you know whether they are taught
Yes.
nutrition?
I'm pretty sure.
They're not.
So
So I
then-
can tell you with
Oh, then
confidence
how
they are
sad.
not.
Then I'm going to the wrong doctor, but I will continue going to the wrong doctor.
So that's okay. That's up to you. I can't stop you from changing your doctor. But can I ask you to do a little bit of research on whole food plant-based nutrition?
Definitely, but
Yeah?
I just feel it's completely demeaning for people to approach other people and ask them about their beliefs.
Okay,
Whereas
so
certain beliefs are wrong, I agree, but I don't
so
know.
let me tell you one thing.
don't
Yeah,
agree
all discrimination. Yeah,
It's
all.
not discrimination.
One moment. Let me finish.
I mean, it is your life, so
one
you have
minute,
to
one
speak.
moment. So whether it is racism, casteism, sexism, discrimination against children because they are children and they can't fight back, any kind of discrimination stems from the same mentality, and that is the mentality of domination and subjugation, a mentality of privilege and oppression. So this is something we never are taught. Yeah, and speciesism stems from the same same mentality.
Are you equating an animal to the same right as a human being?
Yes, absolutely. They are equal
So,
on
okay,
the
so tell me,
planet.
great, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Now that you've said that,
Uh-huh.
ma'am, could you please tell me, dogs,
Uh-huh.
they have sex, correct?
Right.
With women, with bitches, correct? Now, dogs do it with the
Uh-huh.
bitches. However, there are plenty of times where those bitches don't have consent.
Correct.
Do you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Is rape condoned by you and your by
Exactly.
what your argument is right now? Is it condoned?
So animal behavior, yes.
So even we are animals. Actually, we go to
Yeah,
the
but then
so why is that
exactly.
not
So then
allowed?
why don't we condone rape in humans then?
Why do so you're saying that we should?
No, I'm
Is that
not
what you're
saying.
saying?
No, I'm not saying
So
that.
what are you
I'm
saying,
not
ma'am?
saying
What
that.
are you
So
saying,
I'm
ma'am?
saying that when we have a choice of living happily without oppressing another being, without taking
that's
their
not my
life.
question.
No, I agree.
You're not answering my question.
Yeah, I
now.
agree that in animals there is cruelty and they
Okay.
don't have consent.
So is that
But-
okay? Is that all right?
But then you
because
say
then
we
their
have
equation-
evolved, right? You say we have evolved.
We have evolved, so they haven't,
So,
right? They
yeah,
haven't evolved.
They
So,
have.
yeah.
They have also in
they
a
have
certain,
evolved.
yeah, they have also
So-
evolved to a certain
no,
extent.
because
but
you're an activist for animals,
Yeah,
correct?
right.
You're an activist for animals.
Right.
Do you not think that this is something we should look into as to why these male dogs dominate female dogs and do not allow them to even consent to something as sexual in the environment we're living in current?
What she's basically trying to say is we are superior and we have the
so that is what
we do have the intellect or the subconscious or conscience
So
so they don't have. I have a trainer who tells me that my dog doesn't like he has the brains or the smartness, but he doesn't have a conscience as such. We have that, and how we use it is up to us. Whereas
So
you
is
will
it
say
okay
that,
that
Sati,
if you being-
I don't know, like you
because
comparing
you saying
no,
that
one
you
minute,
are
1 minute.
compassionate,
Yeah, okay,
that
I
you
am
like
compassionate.
animals.
I do like animals.
and yet you kill them is something we need to think about, yeah?
I will think about it. But then
Because
that
we
doesn't-
really are compassionate people. We do have a conscience,
Then
like you
why
said.
don't we fight for female dog rights?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. If you're doing
Yeah,
it, if you're doing
why
it
not?
tomorrow, I will come. I will have a proper
So
talk
we
on this.
have, yeah, let's
I will
do
appropriate
this.
research for that particular aspect of it, and let's
So
cover
you
that
tell
as
me,
well in our
animal
animal
Absolutely.
as an animal activist, it would be your whatever gain if each and every human on the planet goes vegan, right?
Absolutely.
What do you think will happen to the ecosystem?
It will have 51 million acres, football fields, land the size of 51
What
million.
about-
I'm telling you, we'll go back to forestation.
Yes.
See, I'll tell you why.
That's
One moment.
amazing.
No, no, okay.
One
What will
moment.
happen? What will
One
happen
moment.
to the
Let me
chickens
answer
and
this.
the
What
yeah,
will
yeah.
happen?
One, yeah.
Okay, so what will happen
I'm
to
glad
the
you're.
tigers? What
Yeah,
will
one
happen to the
moment.
lions?
Listen to me. Listen
the
to me.
tiger.
Absolutely. This is all connected. Yeah? Now let's understand this in a better way. How many humans are there on Earth? 7 billion?
More than that,
More than 7.7 plus. How many animals raised for food do we have on the planet?
I don't know.
74 billion. Land animals. I'm talking about land animals. Yeah. And what do they eat? They eat plants.
No, I'm
Okay,
talking
one
about-
moment.
No. Why the double standard?
Not double
Animal
standard. Just
protection
moment.
for each and every kind of
One
animal, right?
moment.
The
Yeah,
lion
tigers.
should
I'm
not
telling
eat the
you.
deer.
No.
The deer
Listen
should
to
not
me.
eat
Listen to me.
whatever the
Listen
plant
to me.
requires,
Listen to me. Let
whatever.
me finish what I'm saying.
Definitely.
See if it makes sense to you. Yeah, let me finish. So what we are doing is we are using land and water, potable water, to grow crops to feed these animals.
Okay.
And 25,000 human beings are dying of hunger every day.
Okay.
Now, if we did not give these plants to animals but fed them to human beings, not a single human being would die
Ma'am,
of starvation.
ma'am,
Such
oh
an
my God.
idealistic.
No. This is a scientific thing.
Honey,
It is a scientific
so
thing.
Ma'am, if I may,
So you 1 minute. So you think that these animals are being fed like palak and
Not
chana
palak. They're
and-
being fed soy and corn, which are being grown as monocrops and destroying the ecosystem as well.
Ma'am, but
These are being grown in, especially in South America, where their children are going hungry. It's being sent to the US and Europe. Their own children are dying of hunger.
So, ma'am, shouldn't the
So-
priority then be to provide those particular children and women and
rather
men?
than say that don't breed
Yeah,
animals.
they should.
I mean,
No,
you
no.
face the
See,
right.
these things.
See, so
Now,
you
one
can't
moment.
blame-
One
you
moment.
can't blame people who are eating non-veg for things like that. Like I refuse to believe
so,
that.
ma'am,
That's
I
utter
would-
crap. So what? Prime Minister Narendra Modi, our great Prime Minister who I love, is what a vegetarian. So he's very good because of that.
No. See, let's not get personal. This is a systemic problem.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
one
Okay,
moment.
listen,
One
the
moment.
end of the video would be that I mean, what you're
So
saying
you
has
do your
valid points.
research. Yeah,
I
do your
will.
research
It's
because
wrong.
we are
I still
destroying
feel-
the.
I still feel you're a human, I'm a human. It is wrong for you. Right now, you are oppressing me by telling me, by
I am
enforcing-
raising
You
awareness.
are enforcing your rules on me.
No. I'm raising awareness.
My
See,
God.
I was a hardcore non-vegetarian who used to eat chicken every day.
Good on you.
No, not good on me because
Ma'am,
I
can-
was
can
born
tell
in a
you as
system.
I can tell you as a matter of fact, being associated to various debates and various international policies, I can tell you this for a fact that the issues that we face today in the world in regards to every other humanitarian crisis, human rights violations, and other such issues is not because of animals or because we are breeding animals. The issue starts with you. The issue starts with human beings, people like you and me, who have condescending views, who believe that because they believe something, I have a belief
No.
system, you have a belief system, correct?
Yeah, these
Now,
are
if
belief
you're-
systems, I
so
agree.
then
But it doesn't
discrimination-
mean.
doesn't discrimination stem out of somebody enforcing their views onto
I'm
another
not
and
enforcing
expecting
it. I'm raising
is-
awareness. No. Because
This
see,
is
I
something-
cannot force you, but I want to highlight the fact that we have no moral justification to bring
So if
animals
I
into
have-
existence
so then
through
I have-
rape.
So I have the
All these
so I
animals that
have-
are being bred artificially are a product of rape. They are all being bred
Okay,
artificially.
and then the dogs that do
Yeah,
it,
that
or
is
the animals
nature,
that do it,
yes?
that's nature. That's
Yeah,
nature. So what
yeah.
we do is not nature.
No, it's
not natural.
No.
How?
Because we are breeding
How do you-
them
how do you
artificially.
justify- How do you justify?
See, I'll tell you.
How do you justify that?
One
to what-
moment.
to
Is
what
it
humans do?
okay?
How
Is it
how
is it okay
humans
for
natural?
a human being to hold a cow and in a rape stand? It's called a rape stand. It's
Okay.
not something that I have named it.
Okay.
Yeah, the dairy industry has named it.
Okay.
It's a rape stand. He inserts his arm up to here into her anus, and he
Okay.
inserts a tube with the semen into her vagina.
Okay.
Why? To make her pregnant just 3 months after she's delivered a baby.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
So,
that she
ma'am-
will have a baby, so we
Ma'am,
can
in
steal
that
her
accord, ma'am,
milk.
If you may
Yeah.
let me answer your question. In that accord, if you would let me, that is called animal torture, which I do not support. I do not endorse animal torture. I do not endorse animal torture to that extent where we are impregnating them so that we can get food out of them. I
But
do
that's
not-
exactly what we're doing with chickens.
So
They're
that
all
does
bred
not mean-
artificially.
that does not mean that I'm going to stop. I'm going to raise awareness. I'm going to speak to people. I'm going to tell them that this is the case. But that is what you should be
Wonderful.
tackling.
Will
That
you
is
come
what
with
should
me?
be-
Will
but-
you come with
of
me?
Of course, but that is what you
Great.
should be tackling.
So,
ma'am. That is not what
I
you
will-
should not be tackling whether someone should be eating non-veg or not. It should be you should be first tackling the torture issues and then going towards
I'm
it.
not a welfareist. I'm an animal rights activist.
So
Yeah,
that's,
I will
that's
not
good for
talk
you,
about.
ma'am.
Yeah,
That's great. That's
I will
brilliant.
fight
If
for
you
their
talk
rights.
About rights. If you talk about rights, tell
Yeah.
me what rights do you cover, ma'am? Except the right to life. Tell me what rights do you cover.
All the rights
Tell
to
me what
all
rights
animals.
you cover. Yeah,
I cover
you're
their
an animal.
rights.
rights activist. If I was a human rights activist, wouldn't I know the different kinds of human
So
rights violations?
I fight for the rights
So
for
tell me
these
what animal
animals.
rights you
Not
fight
I'm
for.
telling you, you're not letting me answer.
Yeah.
I fight for the right for them not to be bred artificially.
Okay.
I fight for the right for them not to be killed by humans.
Okay.
I fight for the right for them to live a life of freedom
Okay.
themselves. Yes, so we have rescued
So
chickens.
why are you doing it only for one sect of them? Aren't deer
Yeah,
as important?
now,
Isn't
one
that species
moment.
as important as
It is.
the
It is.
dog or the cat
It
or
is.
the, or
It
the
is.
chicken?
Now tell me one thing, yeah? Now, when you see fruit, you just tend to pick it up and eat it, right?
Okay.
If there's a chicken walking by or a goat walking by, does your mouth start watering?
Do you look at the goat
So
and
one
chicken
moment.
and think of biryani?
One
I'm
moment.
sorry, we don't do that.
Exactly.
I mean, we are
Yeah,
great
so-
human beings. We're not
Exactly.
stupid because we eat
yeah,
non-veg.
yeah. So
Thank you.
exactly. So your mouth won't. So naturally, by instinct, we will not feel like eating these animals. But when a lion is hungry, yes,
Okay.
when a lion is hungry and he sees a deer, his mouth will start watering and he will
So,
attack.
ma'am, why don't
That
you
is
why
nature.
don't you actually
That is
perform
nature.
experiments? Why don't you actually, since you're in the
So,
good place,
that
why
is
don't
nature.
you stay here for like about 2 months, right? Let's do that. Let's do that 60 days. Let's try 60 to 70 days. Or let's even go beyond that. Let's go to a year. Let's go as long as you can.
Yeah.
You know, and let's
Live in the wild?
Yeah, let's live in the
So
wild.
there are
without-
people like
without
this.
anything else but chickens.
Yeah.
Let's do that, right?
One moment. So there are people who do this.
Right. And what do
And
they do?
they live off the grid. This is called living off the grid.
Oh,
You got
and
to
do
go
they
into
survive?
Gaia.
Do they survive?
Absolutely.
So what do they eat, ma'am? Would
They
you-
eat
would
the
you- would you-
leaves.
would you
They
do it
leave
yourself?
fruit. They
So
eat.
do it yourself, ma'am. I want to see
I
that
do
happen.
it. I live on
Okay,
plants.
So
I do.
evolutionarily, please tell me,
So
why did we start eating animals? Because we
Because
just
I'll tell
randomly
you.
felt like, oh, I can dominate this animal.
no,
I can
no,
kill
no,
it.
no. I'll
Is
tell
that
you
what
how. I'll
happened?
tell you how. I'll tell you how.
Okay,
So
go
we were basically gatherers, yes.
Okay.
And then we saw animals killing other animals, and
Right.
we wanted to see what they're eating, and we started scavenging. What is scavenging? We ate whatever was left over on the animal.
So wouldn't you think
And
that if I
then-
left you here
one
for the
moment.
next year, you wouldn't do the same?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Aw.
I wouldn't. I would
Yeah.
because I have a green smoothie. I live off greens.
Honey, I'm asking you if you didn't have a green smoothies.
But there would be, right?
You
What
live
would
in
the
such a
chickens be
privileged
eating?
society calling us privileged.
No,
you guys are
one
privileged because you
moment.
call yourselves smoothies. You all would
One
go into the
moment.
wild and have smoothies made of
Not
leaves.
smoothies. You would naturally tend to eat leaves and things that your fingers would allow you to eat. Would you be running after a chicken to wring its neck and kill it in nature?
Ma'am, that's not
Would
how
you?
it happens. We
So
do
in
not run
nature,
after chickens and go like, I'm gonna kill you. We do
exactly,
not do that, so I'm
exactly what
sorry.
I'm saying. So if
Yeah.
I lived in nature, I wouldn't be killing a goat or a chicken. I would be eating fruit and vegetables.
That is what you think, ma'am. You live in such an idealistic,
One moment. It is not
opportunist and elite society that you fail to see the truth. You fail to
Do
see
you
evolutionary
think that if you
instincts.
were living
You-
in the
you
jungle,
fail
would
to-
you be killing that chicken
You know,
and eating it
the-
raw
the
with the
pre-denom-
feathers?
Ma'am,
What
that is
would you
called
be?
cooking. That's how fire came to be. That's how your gas
So, but
came
you're
to
saying
be.
living in nature. You're
Why
saying
do
if you lived in
why?
nature,
So
right?
you tell me, if you pluck an onion, for example. Let's take an
Yeah.
onion, for example. Do you
Why
eat
just
onions or are you Jen?
No, I eat vegetables. I eat
Do you eat
onions.
onions?
Yeah, I do.
You do eat onions. Okay, great. So do you see that onions have multiple layers on top of them and you need to peel them off? Correct. You peel them off, you cut it, and then when you're cutting it, your eyes start watering. Why?
Because of the chemicals that are present
so why
in
are
it.
chemicals present in it?
So there are chemicals in each and every
So why are
plant.
the chemicals
Yeah.
present in them?
Yeah,
Tell me
because
that.
they have a defense mechanism and
So
their,
why do
their
they have a defense
composition.
So we
their
don't have a
composition.
so we do not. So they do not have rights. Are you telling
Yes,
me that?
Sanjeev,
are
I
you-
can hear.
Are you
Hi,
telling-
how are you?
Are you basically telling me that that the rights of an onion is not as important then?
Are
Because you are
one
an
moment.
activist,
Okay,
correct.
one moment. Tell me, what is the difference between plants and animals?
Plants and animals. Plants cannot move. Animals can move.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So.
Okay, they also don't have a nervous system. They
so
don't
you're
have
not-
a
so
brain.
you're
One
not-
moment.
I can show you studies because
One
I've actually
minute.
done this. I've
One
actually
minute. One
faced a lot of
minute.
people.
I'm
Wait, hold on.
glad.
Let me finish.
One
I actually
moment,
have
no.
faced
You said they can't
a lot
move.
of backlash. Yeah.
They can't move. So plants will not have the capacity to run away
Okay.
if
so,
they feel pain, right?
so
So if they were really evolved,
So
then
are
they
you,
would
so,
be
so
able to run away.
So, ma'am,
now,
ma'am,
when
ma'am, ma'am,
animals
ma'am.
feel pain, they run away.
So,
It is an
ma'am.
indication of danger.
That's awesome. That's amazing. You just gave me your answer right now. So you're trying to say that you were telling me that we dominate, animals. And that's why we kill them because we think that we can dominate them and that's so great and let's eat
It's
them.
not great, is it? Domination.
Yeah.
It's
So then you're dominating animals. You're dominating plants because they can't move. Isn't that discrimination? According to you, speciesism.
So we are dominating everything on this earth, right?
So you don't,
And we
you
can
don't want to dominate plants because plants are not as important. I got your answer. Thank you very much. ma'am.
Okay,
I have a
so
question for you.
yeah, sure.
Okay, not recently, since the BJP government came into power, we have banned the slaughtering of cows.
What is your take on that?
What is your take on that?
So
I'm
that is
sure.
a political issue.
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Now
no,
one
no.
moment.
We have
Yeah.
okay. India has banned.
One minute.
India has banned the slaughtering of cows.
Cows,
What is
yeah.
your take? You're happy for the cows that are not being slaughtered.
I'm not happy because it's not addressing the root of the issue. The root is these are all dairy cows, yeah? And once their use has been, they've been used and they are of no use anymore, then they are sent to slaughter. Now, we need to stop the consumption of milk if we actually want
God,
to
please
stop
just
the
it,
production
stop it.
of...
So then babies shouldn't have their mom's milk. Because why?
No,
It is
tell me
still an animal
tell me one animal that drinks milk as an adult. Tell me one animal that drinks milk as an adult. Any animal.
Why are you different from an animal today?
One
Why are you
moment.
standing on your
One
on your
moment.
2 feet?
Tell me
Why
one
isn't your
animal.
dog doing it?
Why? Tell me
Why
one
isn't
animal.
your dog doing it?
Tell me one animal that drinks the milk of another species.
tell me one
Why are you
thing.
wearing clothes? Because
Are you
they
still?
don't wear clothes. You're trying to show that you dominate.
You mean
them.
my mom should still give me her milk today?
1 minute. That is exactly what I'm trying to say.
She
So
means that you
all
don't need milk at all.
yes, because milk is baby food, and the milk of every
don't
species
have
is
milk at all?
designed. No, I don't. So
You don't have milk at all. So
at
you're
all.
not- you stopped having milk. No,
Yeah,
it's okay.
7 years ago.
7 years ago.
One moment.
Okay,
So the
tomorrow
milk of
onwards-
every
tomorrow
species.
onwards, because we are
One
a dominant
minute.
feature.
The milk of
species,
every species
let
is designed.
every vegan, every self-righteous, I find you all extremely patronizing, first of all. Okay? Let each of y'all give birth to a baby.
And we will
During
feed the
those 9
baby.
months,
It is
yeah.
baby food.
During the 9 months, let the
Right.
mother not have a drop of milk.
Yes.
Okay,
There
let
are
the
vegan
mother
mothers.
not do anything.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Okay, great. Okay, let them do that and let them raise their child till the age of 7 and let that child grow up to be a mature adult without a drop of protein.
There are.
Without a drop of any kind of milk.
Yes, there
product,
are
and let's
adults
see.
like that. There are
Let me see
babies.
how
There
how
are.
well will
But
that child
you're not-
uphold.
you're not looking
You're
at-
equivalent to the same people abroad, the idiots abroad who are like, oh, I won't take a vaccination because I don't know, government scheme or something.
No.
Tomorrow people
The
will
thing
start saying
is,
that
no.
and everybody
Milk.
will
The
have to
milk
condone
of
this.
see, rat's milk will contain nutrition for a rat's baby. Elephant milk will contain nutrition for an elephant's baby. That is how
And
nature
that's
has
why
designed
we are
it.
Not elephants and rats. That's
But
why we are
we-
humans standing on 2 feet talking.
If I gave you human milk, if I gave you
I
human
am
milk in a
very
glass, would you drink it just now?
Yes.
You
I
would?
would. Because
Okay.
it's milk. I don't care where it came from. It's milk.
So
It
you
tastes good, I
drink
would
dog
have it.
milk, you drink
I
any
would,
milk.
I
Okay.
would,
So
I
then I have
actually
nothing to
would.
say. Wow.
You
Then
are-
I have nothing.
And okay, yeah, great. So you
And
tell
you
me.
still didn't tell me. So the
Yeah, what?
cow
Tell me.
slaughter has stopped.
It
What
has-
are
you
people
know what
doing?
is happening
The
to these
slaughter has
cows?
stopped because of vegetarianism or whatever. Fine, theek hai. Veganism, vegetarianism. What the
You
hell
know
is
what is happening
Where
to
are
those
the cows
cows?
today? Where are the
They
cows
are
today?
suffering terribly.
So what are you doing
Why?
about that?
So we are raising awareness to tell
Don't
people to
go ahead.
stop
I'm
having
raising-
milk.
I'm raising awareness.
Yes.
about
Raising
humans not getting
awareness.
these.
Raising awareness. And
Yes.
that's all that you're doing.
I do it all the time.
And is that something that
It's
is
help-
actually, is it making a difference?
Huge difference.
How is it making a difference, ma'am? I still
Huge.
see cows on the road right now.
I
still
know.
see cows
It's a
on-
massive.
Go and see what's
yeah,
happening.
yeah. It's
Do
a
you
massive.
know what's happening?
Yeah. I know.
Do
There's
you
a
know
group
what's
of
happening?
people.
Tell me what's happening. Tell me what's happening.
Even
I
I know
for
that
the group
I'm
of
in.
people. What is happening to the animals? Forget the humans. What is happening to the animals?
That's
Please
exactly
explain.
why we are talking. That is exactly why we are
tell
doing
me,
what we are
tell
doing.
me,
It's
what are you
not
talking
going
about?
to. It's
What
not
do you-
going to stop overnight.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I
You
know.
quickly change the topic when you
I
don't know what you're
don't.
talking about.
I know there
You
are
have
cows.
no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, just go to Welfare for Animals in Goa. Atul Sarin, he is saving cows and buffaloes.
That's awesome. I
Yes.
really
But he
salute
has to
you
s-
guys for your work. You guys are incredibly brilliant human beings, and because that is what you need, validation, here you have it.
So
Thank you.
Sushant says his is a 5-year-old vegan kid. Okay, there are so many vegan kids.
Wait till your child has grandkids. Let's see how your grandkids turn out.
Okay, so this was an interaction that didn't go too well because they are very close-minded and they do not want to accept the fact that all animals have equal rights. And unfortunately, I also fell short, I think, in my arguments. And there were too many arguments. So at least they know that I'm around, and hopefully I'll probably try and give them a leaflet. Maybe they'll tear it up. I have no idea. But, well, this is how it is, and it is sad that there are people who are hell-bent on making animals suffer. And maybe I should have used the same tactic that I usually do when I start my So when I usually start talking to people, I tell them how compassionate they are, and I tell them about, how we do this, because we are part of the system and we are born into the system. But I started off with speciesism, and that really upset them. So they did not accept the fact that speciesism exists. And well, we come across all kinds of people, and it's sad that they're so close-minded. So, yeah, we can't do without patience. No point doing anything without patience, because patience is, you have to accept the fact that there are people who will not be open to this, and getting upset doesn't really help. So, anyways, thanks everybody for watching. But she did come up with a few relevant points. I was like, oh, so we're discriminating against plants. And what do you say to that? So that's a lot of, it needs a lot of energy. It needs a lot of thought about how to answer these questions. And maybe we need to have a workshop on this. So thank you everybody for watching. And I don't think they're going to research, Sushant. If they would, they'd be probably researching about onions, and why onions, make you cry, that kind of a thing. So I hope they do, but, well, she thought I was patronizing, which I was not. I was just being patient. And, well, that's how it went. Hopefully, somewhere it'll click for them. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Bye.